All right, so we're excited to be here for another AGM workshop. So myself and Coach Jorge today, we're going to be doing this together. We have a very special workshop for you guys today. So first of all, thank you for all of you that made it here live. Even though we are both Latin, there's a culture that in our Latin American world, we should always start late. If we say we start at 6, we should start at 7:30.
Yeah, it's
right?
a must.
It's supposed to be like that, but we say we start at 6, and we start at 6. That's the way it is, right? So we are changing that culture. That's right. That's right. So again, thank you guys for being here live. Thank you for being here on our stream. We're streaming on Facebook, and we're streaming on YouTube. The subject of the day is what today, Coach?
YouTube.
That's right. It's something that we have been very, very deep into for many years now, going back to 2012 when we started working on my father's YouTube channel. Some of you guys might know a little bit of our story. You know that we have built some success with brands, like for example, Natural Slim, Dr. Berg. We worked for some incredible things, and overall, we've conquered the world of marketing over the last 8 years or so. The beginning of our evolution was with a YouTube channel. And if you take away that YouTube channel, you get it out of the equation, we are not where we are today. And the same thing goes for a lot of the brands that we work with. And it's a very important platform. Today, more than ever, it's a platform that you got to pay attention to. It's stronger than ever. It is growing like crazy. It has become like controlling your own TV channel. It's been like that for a while. But if you guys have seen my content for years, if you have followed somehow my journey, you know that I used to call myself the Facebook ninja. Anybody knows that I used to call myself that? Raise your hand. Okay, well, I took away the word Facebook, and I just call myself the marketing ninja now. The reason for that is because when I called myself the Facebook ninja, I was doing so because I love to jump on top of opportunities. When they are fresh, when they are bigger than anything else out there, I love to ride opportunity waves. Facebook, when I started diving into the world of social media, was the opportunity of the century. YouTube was already very well seasoned. It had been going on for many years. It was established. It was harder to penetrate. And Facebook was fresh. Advertising on the platform was affordable. It was very easy to reach people, and we started pressing a few buttons, and we started getting a lot of traffic and prospects. Well, over the years, that equation balanced itself out, and now YouTube is pretty much equal in terms of opportunity to finding people than on Facebook. Facebook has gone up in price. To give you an idea, in 2021, the cost of advertising on YouTube went up 100%. You guys know? Everybody, let's do a quick little drill and silence the phones just so we can continue with the presentation. So in 2021, we actually had a 100% increase on the cost of YouTube advertising. Sounds like Facebook. A lot, right? Facebook. No, YouTube.
Oh, YouTube. Okay.
100%, 98-something% on YouTube. Sounds like a lot. It is a lot, right? Facebook advertising cost was 200%. So while advertising on YouTube was more expensive, advertising on Facebook was dramatically more expensive also. So these two things have balanced it out over the years. So now we're actually balancing out our advertising budgets, and we're spending a lot more time building YouTube channels. So we have done a lot of expansion on YouTube platforms. It's an ecosystem in the world of marketing, and it's a very important part of your marketing systems that you got to incorporate, and it's not that complicated. All you got to do is get some basics, and you will get those basics today. So Coach, myself, we've been working together on this for many, many years. He is the CMO of AGM Marketing. He's the one in charge of our marketing strategies overall and the execution of the marketing. I'm the CEO of AGM. We have this great marketing organization that now has 104 people working for it full-time, and we dedicate ourselves to conquering the marketing world. So he's going to be going over the details that we put together for you tonight, and we have some great stuff to give out to you guys because we are really interested in giving you a ton of value, and we're very interested in you executing on this value and getting it going, and hopefully come back to us in a little while and tell us that you were able to implement some of these things and get success. So who's ready for tonight's workshop? Yeah. Okay, so Coach, you ready?
Ready? Let's do it.
Let's get it done.
All right. So, so as Manuel said, I'm the Chief Marketing Officer here, and we've been working with YouTube channels a lot. And I noticed there's a lot of elements that we've applied to different YouTube channels, and that has led to their success. So that's what I'm going to be going over today. As well as these three things. So number one is the opportunity. As Manuel was saying, it's huge right now, and I'm going to show you guys why. We're also going to be going over the mindset of a YouTube creator or just starting your channel. And I'd like to do a quick little survey. Who here already has a YouTube channel? Okay?
I do.
And then I'm assuming everybody else is looking to start their YouTube channel. So that's awesome.
Who wants to start a YouTube channel? Raise your hand. Okay.
Okay, good. So there's certain things that go on, right? Maybe some self-doubt, a little mindset going on, negative mindset things that stops us from creating our YouTube channels. I've seen this over and over and over. I've seen it with myself. Thankfully, Manuel was pushing me and forcing me to create content, and I broke through there, and I created my own YouTube channel as well. So we'll go over some of those things, and then finally I want to go over the elements of success. So these are the things that we've seen that every YouTube channel that we work on, when we focus on these things, it definitely gets us a lot more views, more subscribers.
So a little plug about elements of success. For you guys that you are here, you're going to be getting an Elements of Success guide today. It's a one-page thing that I put together today that's going to show you exactly the exact things that you got to get done to start a YouTube channel and get it going and growing. We put it all together for you guys. So for you guys on the stream, I'm going to give you a link shortly. On Facebook, you can also comment, leave a comment on the live, and we'll get that over to you. But again, it's for me rewarding you for showing up. This is intellectual property. I'm not even joking. I'm telling you guys, this thing right here, I spent probably my afternoon putting that together. You cannot read it right now, all right? But this is basically the YouTube success elements, the content, the optimization, the growth, how to get it going, just step-by-step, very easy to implement things. I have a little guide for you guys that you guys are going to be able to take home, print it, and just have it as something that you follow every single day. It's a lot of opportunity if you have the right information.
So again, if they're on Facebook, they comment, we'll send it.
Yep.
On YouTube.
On the YouTube, there's going to be a link. Just stand by, guys. I want you to stick around. There's going to be a link very shortly in which you're going to be able to download your guide. And you can get that going into application right away.
Awesome.
It's called the YouTube Elements of Success. All right?
Great. So my journey in digital marketing in general started with this YouTube channel. So this is Manuel's dad and their family brand YouTube channel. Way back in the day, as you were saying, 2012, I started teaching myself, SEO and just different things of digital marketing. So I said, Manuel, I've been learning these things and I want to implement it somewhere. Let me work for you and let me help you with your YouTube channel. So we started applying some of the things that we're going to go over today, and we grew this channel. As you can see right now, it has over 5 million subscribers. And
full disclosure, I paid him $450 a month for the service back then. It's a fact.
No one's getting rich from this.
Way before from ATM, right?
No, but I had to prove myself, and I wanted to, more than anything, I wanted to implement and learn everything that that I was learning, and I wanted to implement it, and that's how you really learn. So we definitely grew that 5 million subscribers, like I said, and 753 million views since we started this back in 2012.
And what Jorge is showing you is public information for any YouTube channel. This is the YouTube platform right here. You go to youtube.com, you search, for example, for Metabolismo TV, you can see here 5.13 million subscribers, and there's a section here that says About. When you click on About, you can see a couple of things. Number one, you can see when we joined. And we started March 16, 2012. And it was my wife in her little desk in her office in Texas that started uploading the first videos from our home office back in 2012. And that channel, you can see it publicly here, 753 million. We're about to get to 1 billion views. And for those of you guys that know me, you know that my dad passed in 2021. Obviously, this has been almost a year now since he passed. This is basically what we have from him. It's a legacy of content, a legacy of information that is still being discovered by people every single day, and it still helps the organization keep growing. So that's a part of what this means to the
Every
world.
month we get how many views still?
We're still getting about 25 to 30 million views a month, even 11 months after he left us. So it's something that just continues beyond one body. If you guys are big thinkers, if you think about something that you want to put there to last for generations to come, that's one of the things that you actually have to consider, not about just present time survival. What can I get to my business right now, but what can I build that I can leave for generations to come? And that's part of what a YouTube channel can do for one.
Yeah, and that's what's so exciting about YouTube, guys, is that these channels, first, like you said, they live on forever, right? But they produce so much for your organization. So from this channel, we get thousands and thousands of website visitors every single day to our different websites. We get phone calls out of here. So we get a lot of attention, and we funnel that into where we're going to monetize these people. Okay, from there we went on and we built a sister channel. It's the Natural Slim brand. So the other one is more education. This one was a little bit more about still education, but going into more details about the products and things like that. Okay, we started working with, if you guys have ever searched keto on YouTube, you've seen Dr. Berg for sure.
Raise your hand if you know who Dr. Eric Berg is.
Okay, so we started working with Dr. Berg years ago. He had already been doing this for years and uploading content, but again, we noticed he was missing some of these elements that we're going to be going over today. And when we started implementing them, we took him from 200 and something thousand subscribers that he already had, and now he has over 6 million subscribers. He has recently just crossed the 1 billion mark in views.
If you go over here to the YouTube channel and you click on About, you will see how many views he has. Over 1 billion views on his content. Now, did it happen overnight? Joined November 23rd, 2008. Right. So it's been going on for a while. We took over, started helping him on his YouTube channel at some point in 2016 when he already had over 100,000 subscribers, and now he's getting 100,000 subscribers a week. So it's an exciting thing to see that growth snowball, especially with all these things being implemented.
For sure. And again, we've have links that we track on all these videos, and they're constantly sending traffic to his Amazon store, to his online store, to his people on the phone, and so it produces a lot for you, and it's an unstoppable machine at this point. Okay, we've also been part in building some celebrity channels such as Daymond John, Vic Tipness, and of course the ninja himself, Mr. Manuel. All right, so opportunity, guys. YouTube is the second largest search engine in the world. Who knows who number one is? Google.
Who knows who owns both?
Yeah. So right. Yeah, in case you didn't know, which I actually run into, a lot of people don't know that Google owns YouTube. So they help each other out. Your YouTube videos sometimes will show up on Google and get you even more views because, again, they're number one and number two. So if they can keep people on their platforms, they can keep selling their ads and keep making money. So I got this stat as of January of this year. YouTube has 2.3 billion users worldwide, and they have a billion hours of content that is consumed or watched across the world every single day. 1 billion hours. Who wants to guess how much is actually uploaded every day? Anybody? 20 billion? So it's actually 720,000 hours of videos are uploaded. So 1 billion are being consumed, 720 are being uploaded. There's definitely opportunity. The content is high demand. So people are searching for help. People are searching for your business and your products on here.
And the platform is growing still. They're aggressively growing. And the population is also aggressively growing. And the new generation is now becoming old enough to start searching for stuff. So all these things are happening.
Yeah.
So the opportunity, even though it feels like it's old, it really is still in its early stages.
For sure. Here's more info for you guys. YouTube is the most used digital video platform in the United States. This is second after Netflix. So more people are using YouTube to consume video online. Okay, in 2021, YouTube watch time on the TVs increased 80% year over year. So in 2020, we obviously experienced, the pandemic. More people are staying home or working from home, or we were forced to stay home, some of us. And, so more people are consuming videos while they're at home. TVs nowadays, they already have YouTube already installed in it, right? You have an app in there. So people are just consuming YouTube videos like in replacing TV and replacing movies and stuff like that. They'll go to YouTube and pass the time on there. So again, huge opportunity here. 90% of people say that they discover new brands or products on YouTube, and this is why we want to urge all of you guys to start your YouTube channel now. People are, before they make a decision and they go and buy something, some product or something, they're going to YouTube to see, has anybody else used this before? What kind of experience, or how does this product work, this gadget, etc.? So they're looking for creative reviews. They're looking for like experience reviews or unboxing reviews. This is like, people get, like a massage gun or something, right? And then you film yourself kind of unboxing it, and people want to see what's the box like. Or, Apple is another one that they put a lot of thought into the packaging and stuff like that and the experience. So people want to know what that's like before they go out and buy it. They're also searching for like interviews or educational videos. I know Manuel has done a lot of podcast interviews and just interviews in general that to this day, and from like years ago and to this day, people still reach out to hire our agencies because they saw him on a certain podcast interview or something like that. So,
just to clarify, what Jorge has said, AGM Marketing, this organization that has over 100 staff, that we've grown like crazy, Inc. 5000 company, all of that is built on this strategy of putting your information out there, all of it. The people that are clients of AGM Marketing are generally people that we have given some value to that end up trusting us. We do not advertise and sell things to people that don't know who we are. So that's what YouTube is. You take your information, you give it away, you give value, you educate, you inspire, you entertain, you whatever the case may be. If you have a software company, if you have a product business, if you have a service, you do that as much as possible, and that comes back to you. They also call that inbound marketing. Outbound is you pick up the phone and call people that have no idea who you are. And you're going to encounter one of every 100 people may be interested in talking to you, but generally you are a spam risk. And the phones are actually right now saying that that caller is actually a spam risk.
Yeah.
Who's getting that right now? Every time somebody calls.
I hate when I get those
You don't
robocalls.
answer those calls anymore, right?
Yeah.
That's outbound marketing. You are looking for prospects that don't know who you are. What we're trying to create here with a YouTube channel, it doesn't matter what your model is. Products, services, software, info products, it doesn't matter. It's an inbound marketing strategy in which you're giving value and then you do very light call to actions. Hey, if you need some marketing help, why don't you call our company? We're gonna help you set up your next step or whatever the case may be. As you gain that credibility, as you get that positioning, people trust you, and this is applicable to all of it. Our business, generally, the ones that we work with, Dr. Berg's, Natural Slims, AGM Marketing, all these businesses that we have succeeded with are built on this concept of gaining credibility over people. And the social media world that we live in today is based on this particular exact structure. There's too much competition out there. Too many people out there doing it. The ones that win the game are the ones that are going beyond for their prospects and giving more value, not expecting anything in return, but simply just giving, and in turn getting enough phone calls and attention and sales along the way. So that's why this is so incredibly valuable.
Exactly. So the reason I love YouTube is your content lives forever. I kind of touched on that a little bit. So if you see here, when you type in how to tie a tie, this guy made a video 11 years ago that has 90 million views on it. That's number one. The number two guy, he did a video 9 years ago. It has 44 million views on it. So That's what I love about YouTube. If you make a good video, it'll live on forever, and it actually gets better. The algorithm picks it up more and more, and they push it out there more and more. So huge, huge opportunity is the number one thing that I wanted to drive home to you guys. Every minute, 500 hours of video are uploaded to YouTube, and some people are thinking, is there too much competition, or am I too late to the game when it comes to making, content for your business? And that's why I want to get into the whole mindset and how you approach, building a YouTube channel in 2022. Some of the things that go through our heads are, what will people think of me? And also, for those of you guys watching online or anybody here, if you guys want to suggest anything else that comes through, questions that are stopping you from creating your YouTube channel, these are some of them. So, are people going to like my content? Do I look dumb? I hate the way I sound. That's a big one. People hate the sound of their voice, and you just have to push through that. You have to just do it anyway and show up, right? And lastly, I get a lot, what do I talk about? I don't even know what content I should make. Okay.
I mean, either that or you find somebody in your organization that becomes that person. Sometimes it's just it's just a partner. And it really does depend, or somebody that really has a passion for your product or service. You have to have a passion for it, because otherwise people will feel that you're just trying to make money on it, not trying to actually help people. So you have to just put a person in front that has that ability to communicate and that feels comfortable, and they get better with time. Just like the analogy of a bicycle, right? You get better with time. You got to practice it. Same thing with basketball. Same thing with any of these things. You get better with time. It gets easier. First time I got on the stage was January 2017. The first 5 seconds I thought to myself, "What the heck am I doing here?" I had all these people looking at me, just like you guys right now, looking at me, and it was a moment of panic. They didn't realize I was panicking, but internally I was like, I got to get out of here fast. And then I delivered. I had horrible slides. I just had put them together. I knew nothing about putting together slides. I was in Vegas on an event, and I delivered the workshop. And people came to thank me, and I realized, wait a second, I got value here. It was good. So then I just kept on building from that point on. But if you go back, I have a podcast that I have done by now over 1,000 episodes for a long time. And if you go back and listen to the first one and you compare it to my certainty now on a stage, listening to me right now here, it doesn't happen overnight. It's something that you got to know. It's like building a business, right? You're building your own ability to communicate. It's no different than building a business. It's no different than raising a child, right? It's no different than any of that stuff. It's a process of improving yourself along the way. Don't forget that every single one of those influencers that you guys know at some point had the same amount of subscribers that you did. At some point, they had 0. That's a reality. At some point, 𝗟𝗘𝗥𝗡, that now gets 100,000 subscribers every single week, said, and 𝗟𝗘𝗥𝗡 has a great story. He'll tell you about it. I actually interviewed him one time to talk about the whole content creation, and he'll tell you. He actually had to do seminars on public speaking. He was terrified of getting on stages, terrified of speaking to people. And look at this guy now, right? 100,000 subscribers a week and growing like crazy, 6.3 million subscribers on YouTube, an absolute machine, content creation machine. He wouldn't think about himself in that way many, many years ago. So you got to just know that wherever you are, somebody else that has become successful in that area was in that exact same spot. The only difference was that they got going. They actually did the next step, and then they need the next step, and they felt, I got to do this. And sometimes you got to push yourself and give a little pat to your own back and just make it happen. And that's how you get really going.
Exactly. And so the last thing I was mentioning there is a lot of people are like, well, how do I start? Like, what do I make content about? Here is a very good website. It's called 𝗟𝗘𝗥𝗡.com. If you guys want to make a note of that, or it's also going to be in our
guide.
In our guide that we're giving away. So this is a very cool website that you just type in a couple of keywords, and then it's going to give you all the questions that people are asking on the internet about those keywords. Okay, it's going to give you how questions, why questions, should I, blah, 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 whatever keywords you're typing in. And now you have easily 300 videos that you could just make off, and that's just off of one search on this website.
The only problem is I don't know people can afford it.
I know.
How much does it cost?
Can you guys afford free?
Just like this workshop, right? It's free, right? You can use it now. After a certain amount of searches, it's going to tell you, hey, you already know? Free searches, right? It's going to ask you to get on a paid program or something like that. But those free searches are about 4,000 questions.
Yeah.
All right? So all you got to do, it's literally based on what people are searching on Google. Hows, whens, whats, whys, etc. about your business. And you use that as inspiration. You can even download a PDF of all those questions. It's really cool. And all you got to do is answer those questions one at a time.
That's right. Just make a video, answer each one of those. All right, so Manuel talked a little bit about this, but when you guys get started with your channel, the first 6 months, this is what you got to be thinking. The first 6 months are basically for you. You got to be a little selfish. This is not about providing value yet, maybe. It's not, don't think about the customer or the audience. Think about yourself, and it's all about you practicing and getting comfortable with the camera, finding your voice. As Manuel was saying, he when he first did his podcast, sounded different than when you listened to one of his latest podcasts. So it's a lot more confidence.
So my tip about this point right here is the fact that on those first 6 months or a year, you gotta not worry about the vanity metric of how many people are watching it.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, 1 person is better than 0 person. Raise your hand if you agree. Right? Okay, good. So if you get 1 person watching your content, all right, that first process, 6 months or a year, has to be about you getting more confident in yourself and your ability to communicate, your ability to deliver value, and it's like you're working on it yourself. So the beginning process is about you more than it's about them. And on the way, you'll get better at communicating. It's inevitable. It gets better with time.
Yep. Okay, so we're going to get into now what are the actual successful ingredients when you're making these videos or to grow your YouTube channel. The very first one is keywords. So keywords are the way that the YouTube system connects your video to your audience, right? People are typing in certain words. Those are all keywords. This right here is actually from the search bar in YouTube. You just start typing in keywords related to what your business is about or what you think people are looking for in content, and then it's going to give you what's called an autocomplete. These are basically predictions of what YouTube things that you're trying to search for, and these are the latest things that people are searching for, which is great because that's what you want to make a video for. You can take each one of these and make a video for it if it makes sense. You can also do like the first one here says best way to lose. You add the letter A, it's going to give you a whole set of keywords there. Maybe how to lose letter B, and it's going to give you a whole nother set of things. So there's a lot, and that's just one, best way to lose. Maybe you type in the best techniques to whatever, right? So you come up with a whole lot of keywords, so a whole lot of inspiration for your next videos.
It's a great area to get ideas. Anybody wants to volunteer a business? So I can tell you an example. Any volunteers here?
I own a company called Weapon Brand. We do self-defense.
You got it.
Called Weapon Brand. We do
Weapon Brand.
self-defense classes, weapon retention.
I like it.
That's
So she owns a
awesome.
company called Weapon Brand. She does self-defense training, self-defense tactics. You train people.
Yeah.
So you have info products that you sell, all online and also in person.
It's all in person right now, but eventually we'll.
Oh my God. You got to be on YouTube, right? Like it's such an important platform for you. YouTube is your own TV channel. So incredible. And people are searching for that stuff, right? That's a big subject. So, you want to get ideas? What Jorge just said right now, this answer the public is a good one. But hey, even youtube.com right there. So let's go ahead and type in self-defense. Look at what starts coming in, right? So self-care, selfish, self-control. All right, let's keep on typing here. And you'll start seeing what people are searching for. Self-defense techniques is the first one. That means that that's what people search for the most. So obviously it's going to be competitive too. But if you talk about self-defense techniques consistently and you add other keywords around it, it eventually catches fire. It's inevitable. The reason why people fail on the YouTube side of things is that they don't have the persistence to keep on going. The difference between a Dr. Berg and people that fail is that 2008 and the other ones quit. Dr. Berg has been doing it for 13 years, right? He just put his, when we took over his YouTube channel, started helping him, he was already 8 years into it. 8 years doing content consistently, and he had 100-something thousand subscribers, right? So it's about, you know, those people, when you have a conviction to actually get your message out there, to get attention for your business, for your brand, you just don't stop. If you don't have that conviction, then you might either look for a different brand or work on yourself. Self-improvement, right? So you can get that conviction, so you can keep on pushing. Because once you have it, my father, I've never been anybody in my life with more conviction than him. Anybody here in this room knew my father? Right? A few of you. Extremely passionate individual about his subject. This individual would not shut up about the subject of metabolism. It was endless. Somehow he would find a way to talk about it, and it was unlimited. And I used to ask him, Dad, would you ever run out of subjects? Is it going to be a point in which you're done? His answer was absolutely not. It doesn't end. I can keep on talking endlessly about this. It's unlimited. Evidence, 2,400 videos on YouTube, all right? So 2,000. So we struggle trying to make 1 or 2 a week. 2,400 videos. It tells you that passion, the burning desire to spread your message is a very important component to your success on the YouTube platform. Either develop it or find something that you feel can develop that passion, or find somebody that does have that passion. Like I can talk about marketing all day long. I don't shut up on the subject of marketing, and these guys know it. Sometimes I call my guys and I said, Jesus is back here? I think he's not here right now, right? I said, hey, we have a staff member named Jesus, he's a super genius marketer, right? I said, Jesus, let's have a 5-minute meeting. 2 hours later, I'm like, guys, I'm done with my 5-minute meeting, right? Because I'm passionate about it. I believe in it. I believe in our ability to get our message seen by people. So that's a very important thing. But going back to this particular tip right there, just that experiment of like going and looking for variations. I can keep on typing, and the search is going to keep on changing.
Now
self-defense, look at that. Self-defense guy.
Type in space A. Okay.
Against fresh fruit. Whoa. All right. Self-defense against gun.
Hey, people are searching
ammo.
that.
Self-defense air pistol. Self-defense, you see, this is also very similar. You can do the same thing. For example, anybody that has an Amazon brand or an e-commerce brand, Amazon does the same thing. You can start writing one letter at a time, and it's going to suggest things so you can get a lot of product ideas that people are searching for. This is using the algorithm to your advantage because it's actually based on what people are searching for. YouTube feeds it back to you. So you can actually click on it and then go ahead, okay, I want to hear how the heck to protect myself against fresh fruit, right? So then this guy right here apparently did a video.
How many views?
234,000 views.
Oh my God.
Self-defense against fresh fruit, right? Now, obviously, that's somebody entertaining, right? You can see that guy is a comedian of sorts. Monty Python, right? But give you an idea, right? You can actually just spend some time doing that and develop all your list of subjects that are going to help you provide that content.
That's right. Okay, so another place that keywords comes into play is when you're building your YouTube channel in the backend and the admin settings. Well, it's actually called YouTube Studio Creator. There's a button over here on the left bottom that says settings, and then you can go into the channel settings, and there's a section for keywords. So this is the way that YouTube knows what your channel is about. You want to give broader keywords so that you can capture, cast a big net, but you do want to fill this in with the keywords that your channel is going to be about, so you can help the YouTube system distribute your message correctly to the right people. All right, so the next thing is the video thumbnails. Okay, the first thing that I wanted to say when it comes to video thumbnails, you have to test again. Okay, and one thumbnail or the first thumbnail, usually it's not the best one. You got to try things out, and I'm going to show you an example here actually of a good one and even a bad one. And the other thing that you want in your thumbnails is something that shows emotion. So show somebody's face having, some sort of emotion, happy, sad, in pain, etc. The fonts that you use in in these thumbnails matters a lot. And that's something that should be tested as well. Sometimes using a mixture of fonts. We started testing this actually with Manuel's channel recently, and it works very, very well. You use one font that looks just very basic, and then maybe like one of the keywords we put in a cursive kind of font, and that's been grabbing a lot of attention. But it comes down to just testing all that. The colors, we've tested using the same colors for branding, and we've also just tested different colors that will contrast and stand out and just get us more clicks. And then lastly, something that creates curiosity. So I think like the entertaining type of channels do this very well. Like there's a huge one that we were looking at today, Mr. Beast. If you guys have heard of that YouTube channel, one of the biggest ones.
Anybody has heard of that one?
Yeah.
Oh
In the
my
back
God.
They have. Check this out.
We just saw we thought Dr. Berg and Natural Slim and all that stuff were doing great. And then we look at this guy right here, 89 million subscribers. He's an entertainer, right? He's like, his job is not to educate, it's to entertain, right? So he's doing some crazy things. You guys check him out. The guy's pretty funny. Look at how many views he's gotten. He has 14 billion views, and he joined 9 years ago, right? The YouTube channel. So he owns his own media. That's future right there. That's legacy. He's going to hand that over to generations, and that's going to keep on providing to him for a long time.
Subscribe for a cookie.
Subscribe for a cookie, right? Obviously, he's just trying to make people laugh, have fun.
So here's an example of a bad thumbnail. When I made it, I thought it was going to be good, but it actually bombed. I got 2.6% CTR, means click-through rate. So out of every 100 people that saw the video got shown on their news feed, only 2 people or almost 3 people clicked on it. So on the other side, you can see Dr. Berg's, he had 2.7 million views and a 6.5% click-through rate, because it creates a pretty good curiosity. He has, obviously it's like, what does this girl have to do with dementia? I don't know. Curiosity, let me click on it.
So just for those of you that don't fully understand the whole thing of CTRs, click-through rates, very simple. When somebody performs a search on YouTube, which again is the second biggest search engine on the planet. For example, I search right now marketing on social media. People search for that a lot, every day. Millions of people are searching for that stuff. Now the next step is somebody making the click, but they have a lot of options to click. What determines whether they click on it or not? Your thumbnail, your title, and that little line right here that you see. Let me see if I can highlight this so you guys can see it. I think I can. All right, so we have, well, no, it's going to click it. All right, didn't practice that. But the thumbnail right here, the title, and the description starts right here. If you notice the description, if you guys can see this is usually thousands of characters, up to 5,000 characters, but YouTube only shows the first 2 lines. So what makes somebody click on your video is thumbnail number 1, title number 2, and those first 2 lines or sentences. So that's your priority.
Definitely.
Why?
Because if they don't get the view, if they don't get the click, then you don't get the view, you get a chance.
On the example that Jorge shows over here, he has a face, he looks like he's pondering. He could also be in the bathroom, I don't know, right? So
I think I could fit next to this
marketing
girl.
strategies. So he has this face over here, the team put that together. Out of 100 times that his video was shown on a search, 2.6 people selected his video. 98% of them clicked on a different result. So you want to see that, and that data is available at an individual video. On Dr. Berg's example, that's pretty amazing, 6.5%. So from all the things that show up over here, it's a very important metric, and you got to make it clickable, because no matter how good your content is, it could be like the cure of cancer, all right, in 5 simple steps. No matter what it is, nobody's going to click on it if you don't make it sexy enough, attractive enough, interesting enough. So that's going to be determined by the thumbnail, the title, and the 2 first sentences of a description. If you have those things and they're interesting, then you start actually getting attention and people clicking on it and consuming your content. And that's when people start getting into your content if your content is good. Nobody's gonna save you from having bad content. If people click on it and your content is bad, then YouTube also is gonna penalize you because they're gonna say, well, people are clicking on your video, but then they're stopping your video 20 seconds in and they're jumping somewhere else. So I'm not gonna keep on showing you to everybody else. So the content has to be good too, right? There's no excuse for that. But no matter how good it is, if these elements are not in, you can't win. Now, you might be asking yourself, well, how do you get those thumbnails? It's in this day and age, it's extremely simple to hire this particular skill. You go to different places, like, for example, onlinejobs.ph, or you go to fiverr.com, or you go to Upwork, or whatever the case may be, and you pay.
Canva.com is another easy one.
You can do it for free yourself, right?
Just do it yourself.
Canva.com. They have templates for like thumbnails, and you put a picture of yourself. Like if you look at some of mine templates, I'll show you guys to get an idea. These are all like, I don't make thumbnails. I don't make pictures for every single one of them. I basically have a certain number of pictures, and then the team puts together the thumbnails. So look at it over here. You can see over here. So I'm trying to make it attractive, right? So this one over here, are your ads targeting the same people? All right, so it's communicating what the value is. This one over here, influencer marketing, using brand ambassadors, promoting with brand ambassadors. Okay, that communicates. This wins a business game. So they took a picture. This is an actual picture of me playing chess over there. They took a picture of that, and we're talking about games, so that communicates. So it's just about putting that together, and you have a certain look and feel, and you keep it consistent, and it looks aesthetic, and people will click on your ads. Fail your way to success. What? Overcoming failure, succeeding outside. Well, so to give you an idea, right? We actually tested out more funnier, different type, and these ones have done better overall. More professional looking, more on brand with us and who we are. So it seems like people trust more that look and feel. So it's about testing.
Testing, exactly. Okay, so number one, we talked about keywords, which you need to connect your video to your audience, what they're searching for. Number two was the thumbnails. You can put keywords in your thumbnails too. And then the next thing is how to write titles that actually get you clicks. Well, you also are going to use keywords in your titles. If you want to pull up an example there, like if you go back to that other tab that I think you were showing us, you can even see the keywords that Manuel was typing in. They're in the titles. They're in also in that first sentence of the description. They're everywhere. Okay, so you want to use those same keywords all over the place, but specifically your titles. The way that Google system reads things, because remember, it's just a machine, right? So they're not necessarily reading your thumbnail, that's more for your user, but they're reading your title and the text and the keywords that you're using there to rank you.
Correct. So this is the image is not being read. Now this is, if you look at my search, there's 4 words. Marketing on social media. Right here you can see already marketing social media. So 3 out of the 4 words are already on that title. So it's no surprise, right, that YouTube gives us that particular result. 571,000 views. Guys, this is incredible marketing because you're not burning money. You're like positioning yourself on a search engine that people are already trying to find answers to their problems and their questions. So this guy right here, who's a marketing legend, he's been around for a long time, 𝗟𝗘𝗥𝗡, he keeps on getting business from that video that he launched 3 years ago, and he doesn't even have to advertise it. That's the value of having a strategy like this long term.
So the other thing is using list in your titles, which he also implemented. If you see, he says 4 essential tips for beginners. So doing something like a list of 4 tips, top 10, I don't know, restaurants in Tampa Bay or something like that, if you're making a video about that, using that list and those numbers helps. You can also use something like the current year. So best marketing strategies in 2022.
Look at who showed up over here. That was us a few weeks ago, I think. How to crush social media goals in 2022. This was a result from this search over here. Social media, right? So,
And there's the year.
and there's a year. And I have words on my description that are marketing, and you see the year there, 2022, which is an important little element.
The other thing you can test out is using emojis in your title. If it, if your channel lends itself to that, if it's a little bit more playful, etc., you can use emojis to communicate your message better. And your titles can also create curiosity. So the worst way to do marketing in 2022 or something like that. So, that creates curiosity, gets you more clicks. Here's an example of a good title. This guy's saying, do massage guns really help? And then he kind of puts a little line there to separate. The next thing he's including in there says, physical therapist reviews ached away massage gun. So what I did is I checked, and if when I check on the keywords, the top keyword there is massage gun. It's actually being searched 156,000 times a month on YouTube. Okay, so this guy's, if you notice, it's towards the beginning. Do massage guns really work? It's towards the beginning of that title right there.
And I wouldn't be surprised if he's selling his own massage gun.
Yeah.
Right? That would be smart of him.
Exactly.
True story, Jorge gave me for Christmas a massage gun. So I don't know if this research was actually part of
I was looking for the best one. 𝗟𝗘𝗥𝗡 actually is the best one. But no, there's another keyword in here, physical therapy. This is being searched 47,900 times every single month. So he kind of took advantage of massage guns and the physical therapy. So he's capturing a lot of different audiences with that title. Digital marketing strategies that work in 2022, similar to what you just showed over there. Looking into the keywords, this digital marketing one is being searched 1.7 million times a month. Digital marketing strategy keyword is being searched 31,000 times a month. So you do have to pay attention to the keywords when you're crafting your titles. Get more clicks. Question?
How did you find out?
Let me actually give you the
Microphone,
mic
so everybody can hear you.
on the streaming.
There we go. We're making you famous. This is your first YouTube video. All right, let's go.
How did you find out which keywords were, other than typing them in your search bar, but how many they were garnering?
Like the search volume?
Yeah, the number.
Yeah, good question. We actually talked about this. I'm like, I know they're going to ask me. I didn't fully get into this, but we're using a software. It's called vidIQ. VIDIQ.
We were trying to avoid opening up cans of worms,
Yeah.
all right? But Jorge, who's a marketing ninja, he's been doing, whenever, this is obviously right here, this is his computer. And when you're in a video, it will give you insights of what that video looks like, how many people engage with it. You see it says vidIQ over here? I was not set up for this, but just so you know, this is a software that we've been using for a long time that connects with your YouTube channel.
It's almost a must.
It gives you score, it recommends keywords, it tells you what you need to optimize, make better, it gives you different channels that are similar. What else does it do?
Oh, it gives you ideas for titles. Once it starts once you start uploading videos, then it gives you video ideas. It shows you the best time to load depending on when your people are consuming the content. So maybe it's 12 o'clock on Wednesdays, but maybe on Saturdays it's, I don't know, 3 o'clock or whatever, right? It tells you all of that. It's super cool. We pay for the one that is 3 channels for $89 a month. I don't know how much it is for one, I forgot, but it's probably around $29.
It's a tool that you want to incorporate along the way so you know if you're doing everything possible to make that channel more discoverable, more optimized, more friendly. It just tells you things. You know, it's a really cool thing just for that purpose. So if you want to note that down, vidIQ, V as in Victor, ID, Q. Just search for it, Google it. We're not affiliated, so you're making them money, not us. That's okay. We believe in the platform. So it's something that is very easy to integrate, and when you watch videos, you can see notes about it or see what you can make better with that particular platform.
Yep. Okay, so the next element that we're going to talk about is the video description. So this is the text that you use inside the video, like underneath the video. When you're on a desktop, it's right underneath. Actually, I guess also on mobile. But this is where you can tell Google and your users a little bit more about what your video is about, what you do. You can use it for different things, such as maybe promoting, cross-promoting other platforms. You can tell them to go subscribe maybe to your Instagram. You can direct people to your store, to your podcast, that type of thing. Like in this example, Dr. Berg, he's actually cross-promoting other of his YouTube channels. So he's keeping the traffic inside of his channel, which Google and YouTube, they love when you can stay on their channel or on their platforms. So we're using that, to our advantage and providing more value, but also keeping people there on the channel.
Correct. You can see here live, this is a YouTube description. Just like I said, the first 2 lines are important. This clip comes from a Q&A I had with the Chief Marketing Officer at AGM, Jorge, where we discussed how to adjust your Facebook audiences to exclude the people who already buy, follow, and subscribe to you and your brand or business. So how do you get the existing customers out of your targeting so you can find new people? So in this video, I explained that. So I'm trying to communicate that there. And then if you enjoyed, go ahead and subscribe. You can send me a text message, just basic contact information. And that's basically another area for you to capture a little bit more attention. That's a description.
Yep, and if you can see there, we also have some hashtags. This is something fairly new to YouTube. Hashtag Facebook ads, Facebook ad tips, audiences, etc. That's something that recently they started, and it hasn't like fully, rolled out. I wouldn't say like Instagram where people are searching for hashtags yet, but I think it's coming, especially with more and more, mobile world. And so we put the hashtags in there. I think it helps us with capturing more attention. So just a quick recap there of what the good YouTube description would be is you want, again, to include the keywords based on your research that you were doing. The more keywords you can include, the better, but don't do it in like a spammy way, meaning you don't grab just the keywords and you throw them in there. So you want to do it in like a format that makes sense, right? You're providing value to your customer, so almost like a blog, right? So that's how you can treat the description, like a short little blog, and you just sprinkle in your keywords throughout. Again, relevant hashtags, you want to use that. You can use, I believe it goes up to 10, but it only reads the top 4, and YouTube automatically just chooses what they think are the top hashtags for that video. So
for those of you guys that are on the stream, I want to, again, thank you for being here. If you just came in, we are talking about YouTube and how to get started and how to grow a YouTube channel. And we do have a special gift for everybody that attended. I'm going to give you guys a link right now if you guys want to write it down. It's @ninjaworkshops.com/YouTube. That's for what we call the success, the elements for success on YouTube, the YouTube success elements, which is basically going to be one page with a lot of value. Once you read it, again, this is what I explained that I put together over here. This thing that you guys see over here, it's all in one page, very easy to read. This is not easy for you guys to read, but this is basically my mind that I actually put together out of 9 years and millions of subscribers and billions of views. What are the very important elements that you must have in place consistently to be able to succeed in the process of creating a YouTube channel, right? It's going to be divided in a couple sections: content, optimization of that content, growth, and above all, remember, everyone started with 0 subscribers. Now, my handwriting is not that pretty, so we put it together in a nice little PDF that you can see almost like a checklist and just go step by step and get it all done. So anybody that wants to download it, if you are on Facebook, you comment and you should be able to get the link on your messenger, or you can go and visit ninjaworkshops.com, ninjaworkshops.com/YouTube, and you can go and download this thing right there. The only thing that we ask for is your phone number and your email. Why? Because we want to sell you something along the way, of course. No secret, we are not running a nonprofit organization. We're in the business of helping people with their marketing. We help them set up on social media. We help them scale their e-commerce. We help them generate more leads, more prospects to service. We help them sell more information products. Whatever it is that you need, we are here to do that. We are an Inc. 5000 marketing company, one of the fastest growing marketing agencies in the country. We're really good at what we do. So we want your phone number and your email because we're going to put you on our list. And hopefully along the way, you decide to trust us enough that you can hire us for implementation of a marketing strategy for you. So go ahead and check it out, ninjaworkshops.com/YouTube. We don't spam, we don't sell your information. We're gonna simply try to provide as much value as possible because we do like to walk the talk. We don't just talk about giving value, we actually give value a lot. Coach?
Exactly. Okay, so just going back to the description thing here, you also want to put links to your stores and your websites, or like Manuel was saying, if you have something to give away for free in exchange for email, phone number, etc., that's where you want to put it on every single video description, so you can capture as many leads as you can. You also want to put your contact information, phone number, email, how can they hire you? All right, the next element of success is engagement. So I know it's actually a little bit blurry, sorry about that, guys, but engagement on YouTube is actually very, very valuable. That's something that most people, it's not like Facebook where people just comment very freely, or Instagram, etc. YouTube actually doesn't get that many comments, but when you do get one, you want to like it, you want to reply to it, you want to make sure that you engage with your audience, not just for audience or user experience, but Google or YouTube does notice this a lot, and they will reward you with more, impressions, showing your video even more to people because that's what they want. They want people to get value from using YouTube. And if they're asking questions and you're responding, that's a lot more value than the next video. All right, so we also said that we were going to show you guys how to basically get your first 100 subscribers. So that could be your first goal when you start your YouTube channel. Ninja tip from Manuel here. He showed us he was showing me how to do a special link that is automatically going to get you a subscription or a new subscriber. So you want to do this live?
This is very ninja, very, very cool, very top secret. You're going to have to sign an NDA before you leave the building because this is something that is it's a very important strategy. Raise your hand if you have an email list or a phone number list already for your business. Okay, good. That's how you start. If you don't have yet any of that, raise your hand if you have friends, at least 20 friends. Good. That's how you start, all right? Good. So you have some people that can help you. When you're creating a business, your people, your friends, your family are your support line. That's how you get going, right? That's how you have a launching pad, right? Like when I created my first Amazon brand, I had an e-commerce brand that I built from scratch, and I accomplished enormous success with it. We were doing $600,000 in sales 18 months into it, monthly sales. It was incredible. The way I started was that I actually started giving some of these products. It was bed sheets. I was selling bed sheets on Amazon, and my partner is here, Ernesto. We did it together, and I was selling bed sheets on Amazon, and my first clients were my friends. And if they said no, I was going to look for better friends, right? Simple. Because that was just an indication that I didn't do a good job of building a good list of friends, right?
I may have gotten like 10 bed sheets. I don't know.
You got a lot of bed sheets, right? He had my bed sheets like all throughout his house. The other day, I sold that company in 2017 before we started AGM. But I'm still discovering that some of my friends still have my bed sheets around. One time I went to one of my friend's house in Texas, and he said, "Oh, you need some new bed sheets?" And I'm like, "Oh, don't worry about it. Oh, I got some new ones right here." And it was one of my brand, right, that I have put there for him. So that's cool. So you got to do something, right? Instead of crying in a corner that you don't know where to start or you don't have any money, you got to just use what you have, your resources. That's how you get going on any business. It will be, if I tell you the stories of how we have done a lot of our businesses, you wouldn't even believe them. Natural Slim, which is next door over here, which is a business that I founded in the United States with my wife and my father in 2007. That business, like in 2009, we were having New Year's event, and my wife and I would give each other a kiss, and we would just go out into the vehicles at midnight, and we would put flyers on every car. And nobody will call. The stories are like, that's the way it is. That's what you don't see. You see a business built, oh my God, look at how powerful it is. You don't see the journey that got them there. So you just gotta get going, right? That's the reality. So he's talking about a link that you're gonna create for your YouTube channel. When you create this YouTube channel, you're gonna have your own link. For example, this is my YouTube channel. So if you go to youtube.com, and then let's go ahead and the easy way, and I'm gonna search for Manuel Suarez. We're gonna show you very quickly how to create this link for your YouTube channel. All right, so do a search over here, and that's my YouTube channel. I'm gonna click on it, okay? This link up here, it is my YouTube channel link. Everybody following? Okay, good. So I'm gonna grab this link right here that converts, as soon as I tap on it, it becomes that long link. I'm gonna grab this link, I'm gonna copy it, and we're gonna change it. If somebody clicks on that link, it's pretty easy for them to see a button that says subscribe, right? They can just click on it. How about if I make it even easier for them to subscribe? Because again, the more steps that somebody has to do, the less possibility of converting into your action. So I wanna make it very simple. So let's go ahead and change that link over here. Let's try it again, it didn't paste. Okay.
Maybe hold it down.
It's not being nice right now to me. There we go. Okay, so I got that link right there. And I'm gonna go,
Next
Jorge,
step.
what are we doing?
All right, so here's the code that you're gonna add to the end of your YouTube channel URL there.
Okay, good.
First off, it's a question mark.
Just a little note over here. Do you see this very long, ugly link? I created a custom link that is youtube.com/the Facebook Ninja Marketer. You can create your own custom link once you reach how many subscribers?
1,000.
You get 1,000 subscribers, you can create your own custom link like that, all right, as long as it's available. If not, you're gonna have an ugly link like this one, which works fine, it's the same thing,
Yeah.
all right? So I'm gonna grab that link right there, and Jorge, what are we doing to it?
All right, so the first thing you're gonna do is put a question mark,
Okay,
and
let's see
then,
if we can find a question mark here, all right? So, question mark,
there.
you saw it already?
Oh, I thought I saw it.
Jorge, I know you and I already had this headache, right?
That was at the beginning, at the main keyboard.
Was it? Okay, question mark. Question mark. Any Windows expert here? Where's the question mark? Supposedly, we had actually even tried this today, so we didn't have this.
Try shift.
Shift?
Go back to the main one,
Up.
the up arrow.
This one, the up arrow?
Uh-huh.
Oh, there we go. Who was that? Who was that? Jimmy! Yeah. Okay, wow, that was hard. All right. Okay, so we got question mark.
Yep.
What do we do next?
Next, sub,
Please don't give me a complicated
SUB,
symbol. Question mark, SUB,
underscore,
underscore, that was easy.
confirmation,
Confirmation,
equals 1.
equals, please give me an easy equal. Yep, equals 1. Okay, so we
Okay.
got that link, right? Now, I'm not gonna search it out by that. I'm just trying to create a link over here. So let me grab this whole link, and let me copy it. And now, this is the link that you save on your notes. All right, this is how you're gonna get it to all your friends, all your family, your email list, your text messaging list, messenger, every single person that you can. And this is how you get your first 100 subscribers. Why? Because check this out. Let me paste this right here, and check out what happened. This is a YouTube channel link with the additional thing that is just the question mark, SUB, underscore confirmation equals 1. And again, on the guide that I'm giving you guys, that's there. All right, so you don't have to be crazy trying to note it down. Let me go ahead and hit enter. Check this out. This is why you need to sign an NDA, all right? So you have a message. Let me do it again because it went with the zoom in. You have a message that says,
Now you got to paste it again.
do I have to paste it again? Yeah, that's right. Let's paste the exactly. You see, without it, it doesn't happen. With it, I got this message over here that says, confirm channel subscription. Are you sure you want to subscribe to Manuel Suarez? Do you think that's going to make it easier? Right? Oh, I guess I'm sure. I didn't know that I wanted before, but let's go ahead and do it, right? So these are tricks that I've incorporated over the years. I discovered this in 2014, accidentally somehow, and we just figured out that, okay, we should do everything like this. So whenever we do an email blast, whenever we run a campaign, recently we were trying to get my dad's YouTube channel to 5 million subscribers. And we wanted to do it before the big event. We had an event to celebrate in Puerto Rico some other accomplishments. We launched a new website, other thing. So we needed to get like 200,000 subscribers in a week. And it was a lot more than what we usually get. So we made a push with this link, and we ran Facebook ads with that link. And the videos went viral. Jorge ran that video.
Yep.
We took a video that my dad had done a couple of years ago, which I had some incredible content from my dad. I used to push him to create content, bother him all the time. He'll be like, okay, son, I'll make the video. Let's go. So he made me a video one time asking people to subscribe because that was his passion. So we ran that video and it went viral. And it was with this thing right there. The video was seen by millions of people and we got 200,000 subscribers in 5 days, all right? So this thing right here is very powerful for your own list, your own friends, your own emails, SMS, wherever you can. Even people, if you have a customer base that walks into your clinic, you give them that link, you put it with a QR code. Whenever they scan the QR code, subscribe. And now you keep on growing every single day.
So that's the link that you use every single time.
Every single time, everywhere you can.
Whenever you're promoting your YouTube channel. Email signature was another one that I wanted to let you guys know. Always just put in your email signature, subscribe to my YouTube channel, use this link.
That's right. So anyways, I know there's a lot of information for you guys to process. We've already went a little bit past our time. I know Coach has a couple more things to go over. Two more things. So I think we did pretty good. Anybody has some good realizations and is ready to conquer the world? Raise your hand. Okay, good. It's about implementation, guys. If you walk out of here and you don't get anything done, you're wasting your time, all right? You should be here because you want to implement and you want to get it going. So it's just about getting it going, just getting it going and moving it forward. That's the key to your success in this particular area. So again, for you guys on the stream, I got a lot of people on the stream, got a lot of people on Facebook, ninjaworkshops.com/YouTube. And you should be able to get access to the guide. Oh, I actually can show you how the guide looks like. I had it set up over here. Is it over here? I had it set up over here to show you guys. Not the ugly one, but the prettier one. While I find it, Jorge, you keep going.
Okay. I wanted to also let you guys know that, another way to get subscribers is to have a watermark on your videos. This is something that will allow you to put a little image or a little watermark on the corner of your videos, and it stays there from the beginning to the end. And if people click it, it sends them, again, straight to subscribe. So the way you get there is, again, on the back end in the YouTube Studio Creator, on the left-hand menu there's customizations, and then you're going to go to branding at the top, and that's how you get to this section right there. You just you can upload a simple YouTube, image like that. You can upload your logo. You can upload any image you want on there, but anything you upload there, and if people click it, they're going to subscribe to your channel.
So we have tested putting our logo on it, but our logo doesn't communicate that we want them to subscribe. So instead of doing our logo, you can Google YouTube subscribe logo, and you get different variations of it. Mm-hmm. And when you put that in there, there's even ones, if you look at Dr. 𝗟𝗏𝗏, for example, he has a little finger that looks like it's clicking the subscription button. So you want to do that because people click on it and then it sends them straight to subscribe. So that's something that is additional value right there.
Yep.
By the way, this is the guide right here. All right. Doesn't it look better than the scribble on the whiteboard? Yeah. So we got the exact same things that I got out of this head right here. We put them over here and we put it together for you guys. All right. So above all, again, remember, everyone started with 0 followers, right? That's how we started, every single one of us. But these are in one page, the elements. on the actual content creation, the optimization of content, and the growth of that content. So go ahead and get your own guide. Give me your information so I can actually keep on giving you value. We can connect. We can take your marketing game to the next level. And along the way, you're even going to have, for those of you guys that actually do that, once you get to the thank you page of this, download this particular guide, which is going to be sent to your email, you're going to have the opportunity to book an appointment with one of our marketing consultants. We have people here that are dedicated to helping you understand what your next step in the world of marketing should be. They look at everything that you have going on, they understand your business, the opportunities that you have right now present, the weaknesses, and then we come up with like, hey, here's your next plan. And we're even giving out, for the ones that actually book an appointment, we're giving out a free course that was sold for thousands of dollars. But all you got to do is show up to your appointment with one of the marketing consultants. People that are local can have the consultant sessions here. The ones that are remote, a lot of you guys on the stream, you can have it over Zoom, and you can get to meet a lot of us here, and we can see how we can help you with your brand, all right? So that's going to be after you actually get this sheet. You're going to be invited to book an appointment with these guys right here so they can see how we can help you, all right? So go ahead and check it out. It's going to be ninjaworkshops.com/YouTube. Coach?
All right. So getting to the end here, just wanted to show you guys another way to get subscribers, and that's what's called the end cards. At the end of your video, you can add this little element right here and this one here that promotes another video, and this one promotes, if they click on that, it sends people to subscribe. So it's very easy to add that to your videos when you're building out your video and uploading it and stuff. You're going to get to this section here, or if you already uploaded your video, you just navigate to this section called Editor. And at the bottom here, you can see that you can add in videos, playlists, subscribes, other links that you can send people to maybe your website and things like that, and it will insert that at the end of your video.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're going to have a few minutes in a second if you guys have any questions on the stream or here.
Yep.
And we'll take up some of your questions probably for 5-10 minutes, all right?
Cool. So the last thing, guys, I just wanted to show you is, because when we were building out this presentation, I mean, we can build a whole course, we can go on for hours and hours, and there's so much to cover. So couldn't get to everything, but I did want to tell you just 2 more things that are YouTube opportunities beyond just building your channel. There is something called the YouTube community that you unlock after you get 1,000 subscribers. Is that right, Manuel?
You need to get 1,000 subscribers. This thing right here, it says community. It's like YouTube's attempt to create their own Facebook or social media feed in which people can post things, creators can post things that go beyond just video. So if you click on this one, for example, on my side, you'll see that we post things over here. We promote other products. For example, this is actually a video that's being promoted there. This one is also a video. There's a lot of things that are done. For example, if you look at, I'll show you one example of a YouTube community. You have to have 1,000 subscribers. So you push until you get 1,000 subscribers, and then you will unlock this thing right here. But for Dr. Berg, we post every single day about his products, his offers, his information products. If you go to community, you'll see it over here. This is a success story. This is inside YouTube. And the cool thing about this is that it's being fed already to your subscribers. So the subscribers that you already have are going to be notified of this content right here. Dr. Berg gets a lot of engagement. He has 24 comments on that one, 263 likes. This is another post on 1 meal a day, for example. You can read more on images. As you guys know, YouTube is a video-heavy platform. So this is another place that they're actually, they want to keep people on YouTube, so they're trying to give them another option. This has been going for a while, but 516 likes. This is all organic content, organic reach. Another articles, more stuff. So again, this one right here is this is a lead magnet right here. So for example, sticking to a keto diet but struggling to figure out what to eat. If so, you're in the right place. I'm Dr. Berg, and I've been helping people reach their goals for years with the help of keto and intermittent fasting. And now, when you opt in to my messenger channel, you'll receive, this is a messenger channel that we built here. Click here to join. You can click on this one, and it's gonna become a lead generation. So inside YouTube, we can consistently work on bringing people to our list. Why? Because YouTube does not give you emails and phone numbers. And in the end, this is actually a YouTube viewer, not your prospect. So you got to have strategies along the way to bring identities into your world. Phone numbers and emails. So YouTube community is another section that you can utilize to have people, oh my God, yeah, I want to get this thing. Let me just download that thing right there. And now you can get the keto recipes content or whatever is being promoted. This one is to Messenger. Some people don't like Messenger, so it's not for everybody to use, but we extract phone numbers, we extract emails, and that's basically another aspect of YouTube that you can actually keep on creating on as you build this community.
Yep. One last thing that you could do, which I like a lot, is polls. So you can survey your audience and then get feedback from them, and you can ask them things of like, what kind of content do you want to see more of, or what kind of problems you're running into, et cetera. And then you can use this to make better videos. And then the last thing I wanted to go over, this is super hot right now. It's called YouTube Shorts. These are 15-second vertical style videos for mobile.
Up to 1 minute.
Up to 1 minute. That you can take from like TikTok, whatever. If you have a TikTok channel, you can just repurpose that, or you can make exclusive content just for your YouTube videos. But this is something new, and when something new comes out, whether it's with Facebook or Instagram or YouTube or whatever, when they get a new feature, they really try to promote it. So they give you a lot of views that you otherwise wouldn't get with your other videos. So
this is basically their response to the TikTok explosion, Instagram Reels. This is vertical content. YouTube is a horizontal content platform. They launched this thing called YouTube Shorts to try to give creators, and they're making a big push for it. And when you search for something, like for example, I'm searching for keto diet on YouTube, you can see all the content in there. And then on the phones, on the cell phones, you're going to see other rows that get inserted that say YouTube Shorts. And it's a horizontal feed of content that you can go through it. You can check it out, you'll see it. Search for keto diet on your phone, and now you have vertical content. So it's another place that you can find new subscribers on the YouTube platform. We'll get to the questions in 1 second. 1 second, it's coming.
time for questions.
All right, look at that timing right there. So Katie, microphone. We're gonna give it 10 minutes of questions, guys. So she was the first one, I think, over here in the front, but you're number 2.
Thanks. For the YouTube Shorts, are you recommending that you film your content in vertical or in horizontal, or you got to do it in both?
Film your content in vertical. Film your content in vertical.
But then you can't use it for both. You have
Correct.
To
No,
use
it's
it
going to
for
be
one or
separate
the
content.
other.
Correct. What we have found is that when you create the content, it's a good question. When you create the content for the format that it was actually supposed to be, for example, if you create the content with your phone vertically, that content is always going to do better than if you actually take a horizontal video and try to edit it to make it vertical. That content is not native to the vertical content. So we use it as a different format for creators. Like, I think I can share on my screen over here. So let me show you about this. I should be able to share this on that board over there. Let me see. High technology days.
So something like this that you're recording it on a couple different devices so that you can pull content both vertically and horizontally?
Correct.
Yeah, we have the horizontal cameras, and I got my video vertical all the time.
Actually, I pressed on the wrong one. I pressed on the wrong one. There we go. Okay, so I cannot show you this on the computer. I only have to show it. I can only show it on the phone. But let me give you the example. You guys can see it all over here. Anthony, can you catch it on the camera?
If we could just turn off that first row of lights.
Actually, this is a brand new phone, so you guys are going to see me log in here. Let me see. I'm going to stop sharing for a second.
Yeah.
I don't want anybody logging into my YouTube accounts. I have a lot of them. Might be very risky. It's coming. All right, let's go back.
That vertical video can also be posted to different platforms too, like TikTok, Facebook, Instagram. It's not just for YouTube.
So what Anthony's saying is that vertical video can be posted on other platforms, which is true. So, okay, so let's see. What is this about? Okay, there we go. So I'm on my YouTube channel right here. This is actually us right now, streaming live. That's kind of weird, right? So as I'm browsing, this is the YouTube Shorts thing. This is actually Stories, which is another format. And then if you keep on looking for it, obviously YouTube is based on what I like. Right? I like business. I like kids stuff. My daughter really enjoys that stuff. She uses my phone quite a bit. And then you have this. This is the stream of YouTube. This is a stream. This just goes on endlessly, right? It's like what I try to do with Facebook. So you're going to find all kinds of stuff. Look at this one. This is Dame and John. We worked with Dame and John for a long time. This one over here, you can do surveys on it, on YouTube, and that's through the community. So let's see if we find a YouTube short one over here. That's the Coach Jorge right there. This one is 40 plus apps in one complete review. It automatically starts playing it once I find it. So let's see, keep going over here.
There's a section for shorts on the bottom now.
Yeah, so this is
They
another
also show up
client,
there.
client of ours. Yeah, there's a short section over here at the bottom, but I wanted to show you how it looks on the feed.
Investment strategy be?
Whoa, okay. So let me show you, for example, Dr. Berg, so you can see how he has all the attention here on the shorts. So let's see, videos. It's not that friendly for sharing right now. It's kind of stuck in that point right here.
We had
I'm just going to show you how. Can we lower that volume or no?
Can you turn your phone?
Let me see.
I mean, turn your phone down.
The volume on myself, on my side.
coming at you with a new.
Was that?
Pause for 1 second. Okay.
So it's all like just, it's a TikTok style format, right? That's what it looks like. So, you know, I can't find right now Dr. Berg's thing because he's actually, I see Dr. Berg's right here. You know what I like about the YouTube Shorts? You cannot see it over here, but you see that button on the bottom left, the red button? It's very easy for people to subscribe. If I like that content, I'm like, boop, I'm subscribed already, just like that. So it's very easy to get people to discover your content. So it's something to pay attention to if you want to grow your channel at a faster pace. But they do get a lot of attention. They do get a lot of attention. Now, the way that we do it for somebody, for example, like Dr. Berg, is that he actually creates content horizontal for his YouTube channel, and then he pulls out his phone and he gives me 1-minute tips just looking at the phone. And then from here, from this type of content, it feeds the overall YouTube channel. And they help each other out. But we have gotten a lot of subscribers just from these type of vertical pieces of content because it has a different feed on it. It's like the people that are used to the TikTok feed, they just like to go to the next video, next video, next video. And it's not a search engine anymore like that. So it's easy to find people that otherwise would not be searching for stuff. So you would create content vertically with your phone, to answer your question. Jesus?
We have another question over there. Okay.
We have one over here.
We have a second one in here, and then we'll get to the Facebook.
First of all, thank you so much for the workshop today. It's been very informative. Secondly, what does YouTube provide a list of do's and don'ts? I work with kids in a service, so I would have a channel where there could be kids in the background, or actually wanting a child to be my, model for the day, or doing whatever exercise I'm asking them to do. So, are there do's and don'ts on that, as well as even simple things as what you're wearing? Can you wear a Nike shirt with the check on it, or does Nike have a hold on you and say, hey, you should be wearing that on your YouTube channel?
Yeah.
Is there a list for us to kind of look at?
It's a great question. I will tell you that the main thing that you should be concerned about is music. Somebody wants to grab the mic again from her? It's music. Music. They're really strict with that.
For copyright.
If you have a music that that you don't own the license to, your YouTube channel might be in danger in the long run. At first, all they're going to do is they're going to say, it's okay, you can keep your video, but we're going to be paying money from your ads that are being served to your content to them. But if you keep on doing it, you might get in trouble with them. There is no issues with wearing branded clothes, none of that stuff. With children, they ask you, when you're creating the videos itself, they ask you, is this video made for children? And you say yes or no. Now, if you say yes, they're not going to show your video to anybody else, right? It's not. It's made for children, so your adults are not going to find it. So you generally have to say no, right, to that. The one thing that I would tell you, you could not get in trouble for that, but if you have kids that are not yours on those videos, you would have to ideally get consent from the parents for them to show up on these videos. And it's a simple waiver form, and I think you should absolutely do it, because if you're keeping them involved with what your day-to-day activities, it's a very simple waiver. Like, hey, just so you know, sometimes we do YouTube videos so we can teach people how we do it. You know, your kid might show up, just go ahead and sign here. And that will protect you long term from that. YouTube is not gonna go after you, but a parent that, you know, sometimes they don't act too sane might actually want to protest their son or their daughter being on a video like that. So it's a simple waiver that could permanently solve your problem. Music is the one thing, all right?
Yeah.
Images that are not trademarked, also, you own it. There's places for you to buy that stuff. And you can ask me later where to buy music and stuff like that. Next question.
We have questions
Jesus?
from Facebook.
Let's see what Jesus has over there.
Yeah, we have two on Facebook. The first one is from Brad on Facebook. He asks, should he follow a trend or do his own thing as to how he wants his company to show up on YouTube?
Should he follow a trend or do his own thing? I mean, when you do your keyword research, you're doing videos that are going to satisfy your audience, what they're looking for. So, I mean, I guess yes, do whatever's on trend, whatever they're searching for, that's what your video should satisfy.
But maybe do it within the confines of what his business is?
Correct, of course, yeah.
Right on. And then another one from Anna says, does YouTube, oh, she's got two actually. Anna asked first, can you create multiple YouTube channels with the same email address?
Good question. Yes, you can. You can create brand channels. So when you have a Gmail account, that account automatically gets a channel, but it's not a brand channel. It's just your personal channel. And then you can turn it into what's called a brand channel and give other people access to help you manage it. And you can have, well, I don't know if it's unlimited, but you can have a lot of brand channels with that one Gmail.
Here's an example over here. This is our main YouTube channel for content, 𝗟𝗡𝗔𝗥𝗡 TV, the one that has millions of subscribers on it. If I click on channels, these are all the channels in our world that we created over here, that we are responsible for. There's a lot of them. You have the Natural Slim channel. Over here, it's called Channels of 𝗟𝗡𝗔𝗥𝗡 TV, related channels. So we have Natural Slim with 200,000 subscribers, my dad's personal brand channel, which is interviews of him, 70,000 subscribers. And then we have, right now, active 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 languages other than Spanish. So if you guys, for example, if you want to learn about my dad's metabolism education, there's English, Arabic, there's German, French, there's, we're actually launching some more channels. There's Dutch, there's, we have 9 languages in total right now and about to launch 4 more. So this is all based on the same content, which is basically translated, put the translations on other languages. We have an international world. We don't have to just focus on one city anymore or one country. We can reach the world. Natural Slim is expanding. We have offices in Europe and we're getting better and bigger. We're in 8 countries now around the world. So my dad is a great content creator. Nobody teaches our subject better than him. So we're gonna keep on spreading his word far and wide. So to answer that question, yes, you can create more and more channels that are all related and they flow energy to each other. Absolutely.
All right, and Anna's next 2 questions. The first one is, does YouTube charge for opening a channel?
For a what?
Does YouTube charge anything for opening a channel?
YouTube will always be free. YouTube makes money with advertising. So they want you to grow. That's why you got awards. They send you awards when you reach milestones, 100,000 subscribers, 1 million. They don't make a penny from you. They are your partners. As you grow your channel and you make it bigger and bigger and bigger, they're gonna get more people watching your content and they make more money with the advertising. YouTube is an advertising company. They make money out of ads. So you creating content, you're doing them a favor too. So it's always gonna be free. Next one.
She asked, are there a specific number of videos that you're obligated to upload every week?
No specific, no restrictions. You can do one video a decade. It's not going to help you much. You can do one video an hour. And again, that might be a little bit too much, and we have actually seen that too many videos could be a problem, all right? On my guide, right there, that one, ninjaworkshops.com/YouTube, I put my recommended amount of videos per week, all right? It's all in there. Jesus, we got people desperate for questions here. You got more over there?
All right, I got one more question here if you want to answer it from Ron Jester. Asks, is there a standard format for how videos should be made? He asks because he sees a lot of videos on YouTube have a very nice intro and things like that.
ninjaworkshops.com/YouTube will tell you my recommendations on the format, all right? How to start the videos, how long to make them, all that stuff is in there, all right? So go and check it out. Again, this is a massive subject. We're gonna probably put together another training in the future. Every single workshop that we do, guys, who's come to other workshops here before? Raise your hand. All right. Yeah. Raise your hand if this is your first workshop. All right, good. So let's give you a hand, right? Thank you, guys. Thank you for coming.
Awesome.
So again, if you're serious about business, we're serious about helping in this area. We believe that the more we help, the more our organization will also grow. So we are doing something that nobody else out there does. We're giving away everything that we know. We consistently give it all away, all right? So you can leverage our expertise and our deep in the trenches every single day in the world of marketing, so you can take a little bit of that, save yourself a lot of money, because we're the ones spending the money, and then implement successful action. So every single workshop, every 2 weeks, something is gonna be extremely valuable. For example, in a couple of weeks, we're gonna have another one of our executives talking about how to build a team of virtual assistants that are gonna help you scale your business. You wanna be a part of that, all right? Because you can hire people across the world that are gonna be less costly than somebody local here in the United States, and you can scale your team. So you wanna be a part of all that stuff. So keep on coming up to our workshops, all right? And whenever you need help, just think about AGM. That's the idea behind us having this beautiful building in here to give you guys all this content, all right? So, young man over here has a question. Yes. Is this your first workshop? No, you've been here before? Oh, I wasn't here last time. That's why. Microphone.
Well, here.
Oh, over here. You're next.
With my business, it's a service-oriented business, and I'm going to have at least 20 different types of videos of different applications, what I do.
So guys, just hold on tight. 2 more questions, all right? We're going to have that question and this question, and then I know everybody has a busy night and families and all kinds of things, so we're going to wrap it up after that.
What's the max of time should I use for each of the videos? Because I don't want to talk fast and stutter and try to get everything within 30 seconds. So what kind of guideline? Like a minute and a half tops, maybe?
Yeah, I mean, I would say when it comes to YouTube, it's actually the opposite of like Facebook and Instagram. YouTube, you want to make it even a little bit longer.
Good.
Whatever you need to fit it, to fit your content, do that. You know, you don't try to go shorter.
Right. I would not make videos on YouTube less than 5 minutes.
Yeah.
I put it on my guide.
Okay.
It's in the guide, all right?
One of the reasons
for that, you want to tell them why?
Yes, which is also, I think, in the guide.
It's the same, yeah, it's in the guide, yeah.
Get the guide. No, one of the things is that YouTube is looking now for your channel to see how much watch time people are consuming from your videos. The more that you feed the YouTube system watch time, the more they reward you and push your channel.
The most important metric that YouTube uses to determine whether they give you more power, send more traffic of the enormous traffic that they have, is watch time. How much are people watching your content? Not views. They don't care about views. They care about watch time. For example, if you have a video that's 5 minutes long and people jump into that video and 10 seconds later they're out, YouTube is going to stop showing you to people. You want longer videos. That's why videos like this, for example, the coach and I, for an hour and something, and still having people on the call here, that's great.
Yeah.
Because then, YouTube is going to feel like these guys have attention, We're in the world of attention. The more attention that they get, the more they can actually sell. Marketing, services, advertising, all those things.
Okay. One more thing, too. I did a TV interview in Denver last year in my business. It was 18 minutes long. Is that too long to put on my page?
It's not.
Nope.
Cool.
No.
No.
It goes in line with what I just said.
One thing that I'll add for if you have a service business, I know we were talking earlier, and one of the best things you could do to get started is just document what you have going on. If you are installing something or you're, maybe you do the floors or whatever, right? Just document your journey of what it takes to service each customer. That goes a long way because people want to know, kind of like behind the scenes of when I hire this company or this guy, what is it going to be like,
Just
and
get
they
it
get to know
going.
you.
Just get it going. Just keep in mind, right, guys? This is the thing, guys. Very important. 99.9% of the people on the planet are not creating content. They're consuming it. So how do you win the game? You join the 0.1% that actually are capable or have the ability to get through any mental barriers to put themselves in a camera and start talking to the world. You want to be the 0.1%. That's how you win. And that's how you separate yourself from the ones that maybe are content. Maybe they don't have ambition. Maybe they don't want to grow. Maybe they don't care about it. Maybe they're happy flipping burgers in McDonald's. Who knows? But if you're not happy flipping burgers in McDonald's, then you get to work and you become the 0.1% that is doing it. All right? Sir?
Yes, thank you. To answer her question, she asked about kids being in videos. YouTube has a service agreement, and that gives you all the rules, all the guidelines that you would need. It tells you everything you can do and what you can't do. So look at the service
agreement, right? They have a lot, and they send updates. They treat you as a partner, so they'll give you information on the way. Right. So all that data is in there.
My question is, I have a couple of channels now. I'm doing online marketing, but I wanted to see what you guys thought about doing offline marketing as well as online.
You mean for advertising a business?
No, advertising to drive traffic to my channel.
Offline marketing.
Offline
Drive
marketing.
traffic to your channel.
Yes.
Yeah. So this channel right here, the origin of this channel was offline marketing. When my dad created the concept of Metabolismo TV, was in 2010. For a whole 2 years, we did TV ads trying to get people into this channel. Granted, it was only Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico is a small little island of 2 million people, but we didn't gain traction. Now, the main reason that we didn't gain traction was because we weren't even there. We were sending traffic here, which is a website that is not very pretty, and it's still live. We're actually in the process of revamping it, what is called metabolismotv.com. And all the content is there right now still, but this is the origin. My dad had a romantic vision that he said, why am I going to send the traffic to YouTube? Why not control my own traffic myself? Right? He wanted to do that. In 2012, we said, Dad, YouTube is a little bit bigger than you, all right? And they have a lot more traffic than you, and a lot more money than you, and a lot more eyeballs than you. So let's go, all right? My brother, actually my oldest brother, was the one that made him see you're right. And then we just started making the move into the world of YouTube, and that's when we skyrocketed. But the reason why I tell you that is because we did try not that deep. If it was today, right now, I would be very interested in testing some offline strategies. Something that I can tell you right now that I'm doing a lot, I'm back to doing postcards again, all right? I'm back to doing some traditional marketing. The one thing that I'm into right now is postcards. And the reason for that is because I believe that all the changes on the digital world have caused disruption and inability to accurately predict the customer's journey. For those of you in the internet world, you know that Apple has made a lot of changes, and these changes are also going to be followed up by Google, and you don't see as much what happens when somebody lands on your website. Data is being blocked from you. So because of that, you don't get to really understand that customer journey completely. So now offline marketing is not that far off from online marketing when it comes to targeting. So I'm all into trying these things out again. Something that I'm looking into right now, I'm in the process of researching, is Hulu advertising. Because Hulu is going back in time with television in which, who has a Hulu account? Hulu. You got no choice but to consume the ads. There is no skipping off the ads.
Right.
They're going back to 1991 television in which you had no choice. Either go to the bathroom or read a magazine or whatever, but you had to consume the ads. Hulu is bringing that back. So I am finding myself consuming ads again. So I'm like, is it time to jump back in on Hulu? So I'm looking into these channels. These avenues are interesting to explore again because you can create, Facebook ads could be very rough. You can create an ad with your phone, right? If you want to go to Hulu, you have to create a production. It's going to cost you more money. You're talking about a $10,000, $20,000 video ad, right? It's not going to be something with your iPhone. But it's interesting. I have a friend of mine who's an e-commerce legend. His name is 𝗟𝗘𝗥𝗡. He did a campaign on this, and he's getting $2 from every dollar spent on a Hulu campaign. And he's finding that it's feeding his brand. So there are opportunities there. It's about testing. Put a little bit of budget. Don't run dry. Cash is oxygen. If you get rid of it completely, that's where a business ends. So make sure you protect your money along the way. But there's plenty of opportunities beyond the world of the internet. But in the internet, I will focus still on the major platforms: Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok. You got to be everywhere. You got to be omnipresent, as many places as possible, because that is the opportunity of today's world, that you can press a few buttons and reach the world. So go for it and give it a try, and let us know what the results were. All right?
Yeah, thank you.
Guys, thanks very much for coming here today.
Can do your selfie?
Thanks very much to the coach Jorge for putting together the presentation. And now, before you go, we got to do a major selfie, all right? And you guys got to make it seem that you got value today from us today, all right? So let's go ahead and do this. I want to try to get as many of you guys as possible in the shot. All right? Oh, wow, look at that. We can see ourselves there. Major camera. Okay, that's unintentional. All right, let's go. Coach, are you there?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do a bunch. Yeah, everybody be happy. Yay! Okay, awesome, guys. Thanks so much for coming. All right.